Hi guys, Asher from Goodison Blues, and I hope you are all well and looking forward to this Sunday's game. Yes, Everton are back in the Premier League and back on Super Sunday, where of course we belong. We belong in the big games, and of course it's not going to be any bigger than Manchester City. Very difficult game, as I said in my podcast, as Jim Carrey said in the Batman Forever movie, and now the real game begins. This is really going to show what our mettle is in regards to how we are going to perform for the rest of these games coming up. Very, very difficult games, and they don't just come any more difficult than Manchester City. Yes, in their last game out in the Premier League, they did lose 2-0 at home to Crystal Palace, so it does give us that bit of hope that we can go there and pull off a shock result of some sorts. But we also know that they have not gotten out of first gear in a lot of their games and absolutely swallowed teams up whole, and even without a striker. As I mentioned in the podcast, one player I'm very weary of, but also in huge admiration and huge awe of, is Phil Foden. It's if the dream could be to sign any player right now, that's who I'll be going for. At 21 years of age, he's pure class in at that level as far as I'm concerned, but we're just going to have to very, very be cautious of him, because he will nail us to the wall if our defence makes any mistakes whatsoever in regards to him. We're still waiting, obviously. We'll see what happens in Rafa Benitez's press conference in regards to what team we're going to have to face Manchester City. Some media outlets are saying that Decore is ready to return. Some are saying he's not. Very same with Yerry Mina. He's ready to return. Some are saying he is not. I think it's if both of them were probably, maybe it's too soon to risk them and being missing them for long term. That remains to be seen. One player I think is going to miss out, if you go by what all the different media streams are saying, is Tom Davies. It looks like he's another player who's picked up a knock in training. As our chairman Brendan turned around and said the other day on our Facebook page, what are they doing on the training pitch to cause all these injuries? We don't seem to pick up a lot of injuries during games, or for the aftermath of games. We always seem to pick them up on our own pitch, and that's been like that for the number of years. You have to wonder what is the fitness team doing with them before and after training. It's eye boggling at times. So from a starting lineup point of view, it's going to be Pickford in goal. I think I'm going to go. I'm using this as what I believe is going to happen, because I think that it'll be a shock if he does start. You can hope maybe for the bench, but I think it'll be a Coleman, Digne, and then in the centre will be Michael Keane, of course, with Ben Godfrey. We know Mason Holgate's not going to make it, as he is suspended from his last game out. In midfield, I'll go with a 4-4-2. So on one side you'll have Andros Townsend. The other side you'll have, I think Anthony Gordon should start. I think Anthony Gordon has warranted his place in the side over the last while. Also, he's going to be on cloud line after he got his 2 goals for England. Also, the youth England side. Then the midfield, I would go with Fabian Delph and Allen. As I said, if it's a case of that Decore is fit, then he might go with 3 in midfield, and that'd be great to see. The 3 of them marshalling midfield. A resurgence of Fabian Delph being able to play against his former club. It'd be so nice if a former player for us can against their club can put in a real shift of performance, because it's usually always the opposite way around. The former players against us causing the damage. It'd be wonderful if he can actually do that. Up front, then maybe Gray on one side, Richarlison on the other. Maybe Gray just being tucked in just behind him. It remains to be seen what way he's going to play it. I'd be shocked if when the press conference happens, if Rafa Benitez comes out and says that he's fit, ready, and raring to go. Decore, I'd be shocked. But stranger things have happened in the wild. Some people say he's very close to returning. We're going to be missing Dominic Calvert-Lewin for another while. He's too busy modelling. Hopefully he's not going to be too much longer, because it'll be nice to get him back for the Christmas period. Even if he get back for the derby, I think the game coming up against Brentford is another one that we really have to try and get points from. Chelsea is coming up as well. It's really difficult, and we just cannot afford to pick up on new injuries. And if Mina or Decore don't make this, then I can see the likes of Lewis Gibson. You can see Jared Brantway coming in. It'll be very, very with likes of Cenk Tosun. Be one of the very few senior players that are going to be in the substitutes bench for this game if these guys don't make it. If we can pull in a shift like we did against Spurs, maybe we can come away with something. The only thing that was missing from really that Spurs game was just a little bit of clinical finishing. Obviously, the referee was a bollocks. I'm still saying that. He was so biased to Spurs ensuring that Conte didn't lose his first Premier League game. Let's hope. I know he's actually in. I think, if I'm correct in saying, I think he's in the VAR box this time round at Stockley Park. This is a nice one. Thanks very much, Mr. Kavanagh. We'll see what happens there, but it's up to us now to make sure we stop the likes of Phil Foden, we stop the like of Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne has been quiet on the goal front, but we know give him an ounce and he'll take a mile and he'll wipe us out as well. So they've really got players to really wipe us out. I think they are missing Bernardo Silva. But you just know yourself, we all know that they've got 2 and 3 teams compared to most other teams in the Premier League. So it's a very, very difficult game. With our defensive frailties, I think we definitely will concede. I don't see any changes there. But I'm hoping that we can hold on for a 1-1. Our goal scoring record is very, very good at the Etihad. I think we in 6 games we've scored in 5 of them. So there is a chance that we can get something at the Etihad, and hope in the players' minds that if Crystal Palace can go there and do it, we can go there and do it. So let's hope Richarlison's on fighting form, that Luca Dean is fighting fit and ready to battle, as in Ben Godfrey and Michael Keane are going to have to be on their toes and ready for this game. The whole team is. It'd be great to see Gray and Townsend get back on form as well. If Decore's in there, it'll be wonderful. If he's not fully fit, as I said, do they risk him? It's very, very risky indeed. And you could lose him for, if he picks up an extra knock, you can lose him then for the whole Christmas period. And if Tom Davies is out, how long is he out for? That remains to be seen as well. So yeah, the guys, don't remember, we're in the River Bar again on Sunday. Great news for the members. The club prices are back this time around. So your pints will be €5. Pint bottles of Bummers $5.50. Same with craft beer. Special offers for wine as well, and finger food at half time. We're going to be even feeding you guys. But most importantly, guys, please make sure you have your lanyards. Anyone who doesn't have a lanyard all the day will be given a day pass. But if you have your lanyards, please bring them with you. The staff will need to see them when you are ordering your drink. Otherwise, you'll have to pay the full price. Anyway, yeah, so it's great to have those deals back. And we shall see you. Kick-off is 2 o'clock on Sunday, and we will see you there at the game at the River. I will be there myself. Just on a very, very final note, guys, as you are probably aware, most Evertonians are around the world. There was a sad news of young Jack Stevens, the 4-year-old son of former player Gary Stevens. He sadly passed away after his fight with leukemia. It's a sad time, of course, for Gary and the family, and from all of us, the members and the committee from the Goodison Blues Supporters Club Ireland. Our thoughts and prayers we're all with you at the moment, and rest in peace, young Jack Stevens. Until then, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.